we're back with the last episode of Good Society, Love and Friendship. Very excited. We're ending on a fancy party, so this will definitely be good and not at all over dramatic. Because it hasn't been. It's been very polite. It's been very... Everyone has behaved according to social norms. It's fine. But hi, I'm Jess. This is my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. I will be Lorelai Dixon, the lady still of some ill repute, but not too much. Not doing too bad. Our family's doing okay. Let's go around and say hi to all the other people today. Oh, hi, Brooklyn.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Brooklyn. I'm playing Florence, who is trying very hard to maintain her status in the peerage when her little sister is determined to throw some of that away. She just wants to balance it all out.
Makes sense. And
keep the family afloat.
How are you doing, sister?
I'm doing okay. Hi, I'm Anna. I'll be playing Imogen, the sister, who isn't so much willing to throw it all away on a scandal as willing to use potential scandal as a bargaining chip to get what she wants. She's easily overcome by her emotions.
And I am Lauren. I am the facilitator of this game, and I am also playing Ellis, Lieutenant Ellis Pennington, who is a very good trash boy, who is being sent away and has a lot of things to resolve before he's being sent away. So I guess I'll try and do like a little bit of what has happened so far in this game. That we have the sisters Imogen and Florence Linden, and Lorelai Dixon and Lieutenant Ellis Pennington. Imogen and Ellis have been secretly engaged for some time, but because Imogen is in fact Lady Imogen Linden, it has had to be kept a secret because there has been no, they weren't sure that Mama will approve. Then what else has been going on? Florence and Lorelai used to be lovers, old flames, and they had to break up because Florence married for the family, married somebody who is in good... who is of equal standing to her. The poor Dixon family has just suffered a lot. The Dixon family is an ill-reputed family because of some poor financial decisions that Lorelai's father made. This caused Lieutenant Ellis Pennington to break off his engagement with Lorelai's brother Jacob, something for which Lorelai has not forgiven Ellis for at all, despite his best efforts. In all of the shenanigans that are going on, Ellis has currently lost the favor of his little sister Edith, who is recently out in society, but upon hearing a rumor that Ellis has asked his former lover, the clergyman Jacob, to secretly marry Imogen, and Edith was very put out about probably many things, chief among them not being in on all of this. And so we are all meeting together at Ellis's best friend's Marzi Beaumont's party. Everybody is invited, and some stuff is going to go down. So because this is the final site, we're doing a half cycle for this game. This is the or for this session, and because this is the final cycle, we're gonna not deal with reputations or scandals. We're just gonna have one big novel chapter and an epilogue chapter. So, and we kind of talked about it. We talked about who might want to talk to who. So that's what we're going to go through. But first we should set the scene. Marzi, tell me about your party.
Oh, shit, that's me. I don't know, other people told me about that I was having a party.
Well, yeah, so you're having the party. I put that in, but I would love to know what do you think Marzi's party looks like?
I think it's fairly fashionable, but it's like a little bit eccentric almost. Like, it's still proper, but it's like just skirting the edge of a little bit frivolous. And she kind of likes it that way.
Okay.
She's more concerned with everyone having a good time than being entirely perfect in society's eyes.
Okay.
Just a little bit quirky.
And why don't we start with Lorelai, because this is Lorelai's moment. What are you doing at this party?
Oh boy. I think that Lorelai is probably standing with her brother at first and kind of unfortunately still somewhat avoiding Jasper. Unfortunately, well, I feel so bad that Jasper has been nice as far as we've seen. But
oh yeah, I forgot about Jasper. I'm so sorry, Jasper. I feel like that's just Jasper's life.
I think he's used to being overlooked, yes.
Jasper is Lorelai's fiance.
Yeah, Jasper is Lorelai's fiance, but their engagement was built specifically from her family's perspective to save her family's from financial ruin, I believe was what was stated in the game. So she feels obliged, but also if she could get out of it, she'd be happy. But then again, Jasper's been really decent to her so far. So actually, I think maybe she'll make an effort. I think she might actually make an effort now to spend a little bit, like, she's gonna give Jasper a chance. She hasn't given him a chance yet. And I think she's finally gonna be like, okay, you know, he's really never done anything bad. He's just a little awkward, a little uncomfortable in his surround. And I understand that. If anyone can understand that, I feel like I can understand that. So I have to give Jasper a shot, because he's really been nothing but pleasant, if uncomfortable.
So what does she do at this party to kind of give him a shot?
I think I even said it at first that I think she's always previously somewhat avoided him. And I know that she even specifically, was dancing last time with like Florence and like with like other friends rather than dance with Jasper. But I think this time, like, I imagine maybe I'll even use a resolve token and I'll say he like brings her over a drink very kindly, because he's actually been very nice. I'm gonna say he brings her over a drink and she's like, oh, Okay, thank you. And yeah.
Here you go, Lorelai. I thought you'd like this.
Oh, that actually looks really nice. Thank you, Jasper.
I'm glad. What a nice party.
Yeah. Were you here for the last one? I don't remember.
I don't think I was. No, I think I might have gone off to London by then. Was it a good party?
It was very nice. It was, but this one's a little more unusual, but very nice.
Yeah. I hope we get to dance later.
Yeah, you know what? That would be nice.
Yeah.
Spending a resolve token, the music like starts up and it's time for dancing.
Yeah. And Jasper adjusts his collar, and he is dressed a bit too formal for the relaxed air of this party. Like his shirt collar is starched a little too much. But he's making an effort.
Jasper's actually really cute. I feel bad. I feel so bad for Jasper.
Oh, but I suppose we're dancing then.
Yeah.
Stepping out onto the dance floor. This is one of those dances where you don't stay with the same partner the whole time, but you take one turn together, right?
Yeah.
So I think Jasper holds out his hand and gestures to the dance floor.
And Lorelai will, and take it and like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, and he leads you out onto the dance floor and begins to dance, and it's a little bit awkward. 'Cause I don't think the two of you have danced more than like twice. And he's not sure what to do with his feet. He's also a very poor conversationalist.
Aw,
I feel so bad for him.
this is adorable though. like these cute, sweet kids like learning to love each other.
I love them.
I love it.
So I think he mostly just sort of dances as best he can and smiles at you a lot.
Oh,
It's so good. It's like I'm feeling like middle school first dance vibes.
Yes.
Oh,
That's sort of the atmosphere happening.
He means so well, and I think that like Lorelai finally sees that. It's only taken like 4 sessions. It's only taken this whole game for her to finally give him a chance.
To be fair, they only shared one scene together, which he turned up unexpectedly and was like, "Oh, hello, I'm back."
Oh, you're back. Yeah, that was. But yeah, I think she definitely. I think she probably like gets a bit of a giggle from seeing him be a little bit awkward, but also like he's genuinely like smiling and like he's obviously like making an effort, and like this isn't his original scene. He's just come into like who he is right now. He literally like his whole thing is that he inherited a whole barony and he doesn't know how this happened.
What he's doing.
He doesn't know what he's doing. That's his whole shtick. And
He just learned these dances.
Yes.
All right. What I am going to do is give my monologue token to Lorelai.
Oh,
Lorelai,
no.
please tell me about your feelings for Jasper and how they evolve in this dance.
Oh, okay. I think she sees him being all like awkward, and I think she realizes like she literally like she's someone out of place. She doesn't have her own place to be here. I can't remember the name of her exact role, but it's like the dependent. So she literally like doesn't have her family doesn't have a fancy estate here. She's staying with someone else. She's like her name has been dragged through the mud a bit, and still this guy was nice enough to like agree to marry her, and here he is like trying so hard and doing it all with a smile on his face, and like he really, even though he's kind of weird and awkward, it's because he's been put in a rough place, and I think she can understand that. And so I think she's definitely like looking at him and just like, oh well, I could, this isn't the worst. He's really nice, and he's trying really hard, and you know, there's a lot of unpleasant and mean men out there, and I don't think he's one of them. And this might not be too bad. And I think this dance is when she starts warming up to Jasper.
I like it.
Yeah. I think when they part and move on, and Lorelai has genuinely smiled at him and meant it probably for the first time. It's just the camera catches Jasper just sort of looking at her across the crowd and being like, oh, so that's what she looks like when she smiles for real.
Oh no! I think at some point a little bit later on in the night, she actually like takes his hand for a second and squeezes it separate of stuff, and then just like smiles at him, and then like goes back to as they were.
Oh my god.
It's just a tiny little thing, but
I think I have a new OTP.
Yeah.
oh no!
Wow. Wow, they're so good. Oh my god. This is a love story we should have been telling all along.
Whoops.
I just like to imagine that like she didn't give him a chance at first because she was literally like thrown into it, and she assumed he also didn't want to be there. But I think maybe like from, you can tell me if I'm wrong, Anna, but I was imagining that a bit from his perspective. He came into all this money and he probably had a bunch of people come out of the woodworks, and like
Yeah.
she was never trying so hard to like, but now that she's like giving him a chance, like she's genuinely like starting to like this guy, and she's not just after him for like just because she was put into this arrangement for her family's benefit. That's not why she's there. And I think like for him, she's literally not trying to chase after him for his wealth or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that might have been why he actually likes her. Because even when she's putting on a show of, yes, I like you, you are my fiance, it's never been that sort of, I'm trying to make you like me because I want your money.
Yeah. She was never trying to make her like her.
Exactly. And that's why he does.
I like it.
Yep.
I never thought when we started this game that it would get to this point.
Me neither.
Adorable.
What a bunch of good beans.
I love the beans.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that was our Lorelai Jasper scene. Oh my god.
Sure was.
Do you need a moment, Laura?
No, it's good. All right. So pure. Florence, how you doing?
I think I'm probably getting refreshments and just mostly watching the party and trying to keep an eye on my sister, because I'm not going to make her do anything this fall because she has made threats against me if I do. But
yeah.
I am going to try and keep her from like escaping or like doing anything actively bad, but I won't force her to do anything in my idea of good. And yeah, so it's like babysitting from afar. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's talking to anybody or no.
Yeah, you mentioned that you wanted to maybe talk to Lorelai.
Yeah, but Lorelai's dancing, unless she's done dancing.
We could say this is after the dance.
If I can get a hold of her.
Yeah. There's probably a moment. I like, even though Jasper just went and got them drinks as soon as the dance is done, I feel like he went and got them more drinks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because he's like,
That's what he knows to do.
That's what he knows to do.
It's his one social script.
So he went to do it again. So Lorelai's probably alone for a moment again after that dance.
Okay, so I bring her some drinks. He comes back, we're already holding drinks.
Oh no!
Jasper is hovering in the background of the shop with two
Just
drinks,
waiting for her to finish her drinks.
far enough away to not be eavesdropping on the conversation, just sort of standing in the crowd.
Oh my
I love the
god.
good boy.
He has become such a good boy, and I just love him. Oh my gosh.
Lorelai.
Extremely good.
Oh, so good.
Florence.
Hey, I could have brought you water. You don't have to get drunk.
Okay.
How have you been? It's been, what, a couple weeks?
Yes, well, we did have that nice,
We had the ball.
we had, did we have a sit down after the dance?
I think I sent you a letter.
Okay, we had a letter. Yes. Oh, I thought I would get to see you. You sent that nice letter, and I thought we would get to spend some time. But it seems we are destined to meet at dances.
It seems to be the only way we do these days.
That's understandable. I know you're really busy.
That's an understatement. I don't suppose you've heard any rumors lately about.
Oh, I define rumors. I've definitely had people tell me some things.
They're probably true. Honestly,
That
the
I
way
feel
I've been
like
finding
were
things
true.
out, it's probably true.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I try not to listen to things that are through the grapevine, but when they come from the grapes themselves, how does this metaphor even work?
In vino veritas? I don't know.
Yes, in vino veritas. But yes, I definitely.
Comes in wine.
Are you doing okay?
I'm questioning a lot of things to do with grapes.
Grapes do seem to get themselves into trouble, don't they?
They do. Oh, it's just, she's different than I am, and she's not going to do what I did, and I have to find a way around that.
Yes, I mean, as someone put into an engagement they weren't sure of, sometimes it works out okay, but that doesn't mean you can ask everyone to do it. It's not ideal.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, sometimes you're engaged to someone and they run off with another grape.
Yeah, that's, if it weren't these particular grapes, I would actually have much less complaints.
Yeah.
Well,
Me
I
too.
saw you dancing with your new grape. Is that at least going well?
Is he standing off to the side and I don't see him? He's behind me with 2 drinks right now.
Can we make him listen?
Yeah, it was surprisingly nice, actually.
Can I spend a resolve so he can hear it?
Yes!
I want him
Please
to hear
do.
it. Do I give that to Jess, or does that just go away for
I think it
who's
goes
spending
down.
it?
I think you hand it to Jasper.
I
Yeah,
think
you
it
give
goes
it to
down into.
Jasper.
Yeah, you put it down into
Okay.
Jasper's.
Okay, I'll give it to Jasper. Okay, but he gets to listen to this. Whatever you're saying, he's hearing
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, I definitely say it was surprisingly nice. I have to admit, I might not have been giving that particular grape a chance before, but now that I am, he's really sweet, actually. Not too sweet. You don't like too sweet of a wine, but
Yeah, good wine grapes.
good. Yeah, he's a good grape. I'm actually surprised.
I'm happy for you. I am, honestly. I always I can't say I regret what happened now because it's turned out well, right?
Yeah, I
But-
understand.
I'm happy that you finally get something happy. That's all I've wanted for you.
I mean, I hope you're happy too. You seem happy.
know.
It was definitely a good connection.
Yeah, it surprised me. I wasn't expecting to be happy, you know? I just, contented myself with contentment, and it seems I'm doing all right.
I think I understand that a little bit better now. But yeah, those other grapes, if they could stop getting so tangled up, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm hoping it.
I just don't want what happened to one grape to happen to your grape.
Yes. This is getting exhausting. Please, I need my sister to do okay.
Yeah, I want your sister to be okay too, you know?
Yeah.
We all grew up together, and I always hoped we could all grow up and be happy, and
Yeah.
I've just, just when someone's already done a thing, it's hard to trust they're not just gonna do it again.
Yeah. I did. Well, she has decided that she's going to do what she likes no matter what. Damn the family. If you'll excuse my language. Not that I think she wants to hurt us, but she's decided on what she wants to do, and whether I think it's a good idea or not, she's going to do it.
I really don't think she would do it just with the intention of hurting you. I definitely think
there's nothing vindictive in her. She's just. I don't want her to be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Ever. And I also don't want him to drag the family down.
Yeah.
He's been made a captain, though, so at least socially, that's a bit better.
Yeah. That's something. In theory, that's something your mom could help with, couldn't she?
Yes, I'm hoping. She gave him the promotion. So I don't know if she's heard rumors or if she's just decided she wants him to grow up a little bit. But we'll see how it plays out. I'm just hoping my sister doesn't try and jump ship with him when he leaves. So.
Oh boy, that would be something.
Yeah, you might have to, I don't know, fake her death at sea or something.
How many drinks have you had, Florence?
I said fake! Fake it! And perhaps a few.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
To
All right,
grapes.
I feel like this has gotten away.
Yeah, it escaped us.
I mean, it's okay. I love it. I'm here for it.
Grapes.
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 But let's
Escape the grapes.
let's actually go to the grapes in question.
Yes. Show us the grapes.
So Imogen, I think Ellis is probably talking with Marzi and drinking, and seems to be has a smile on his face, but you can see, and Marzi can probably see too, just behind his eyes, they're a little more serious than normal. But yeah, what do you do when you see him?
I think Imogen squares her shoulders a bit and raises her chin in that sort of, no, I'm going to do this, and approaches without being subtle about it, but stops a couple of feet away like doesn't walk right up and start speaking, just sort of hesitates a couple of steps away.
Okay. In that case, he'll excuse himself from the conversation and ask Imogen to dance.
Yes.
And okay, fuck it. I'm gonna spend a resolve token. Marzi is on. Actually, I should ask you, but I think Marzi, Brooklyn, is on the forefront of culture, especially musical culture and dance culture, and I think that she has asked the band at this point to play a waltz.
Yeah, I mean, she would. I said she's fashionable, but a bit eccentric. She's gonna play a waltz at her party.
Yeah.
Her very exclusive party.
Yeah, like this is a pretty exclusive party, right? So like it's not, this isn't the wide world. Not everybody's gonna be like whatever. And I think there are probably like quite a few couples like taking advantage of the fact that there's a waltz. So like there may be some like whispers about what's going on, but like I don't think one or two couples will get out so much because then they'd be like, well, I also saw that person.
Yeah. And she probably invited mostly like younger people so that it's not like the generational gap of, oh my gosh, this is entirely improper. And it's more like, oh, this is kind of scandalous.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a little bit sexy. Okay. So they're waltz. So he asks her to dance and they're waltzing and they're, she's in his arms and all that. And he says, you look lovely.
Thank you. You look wonderful as well.
Well, I always look wonderful. You know that.
True. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell Florence, but she was just... He was pushing and my mouth got away from me.
It's all right. We need to talk about that. You know that I'm going away.
Yes.
In my letter, I asked you to wait for me. And when the letter you sent back made me extremely happy. But my plan is to go to sea to become the greatest sea captain there ever was in the Royal Navy and ask your mother for your hand properly. You don't deserve a secret marriage. You deserve a wedding and a marriage befitting the daughter of an admiral. You deserve a good, honorable man who takes care of his people well. I want to become a man that deserves you, Imogen. I want to become a man that the world thinks deserves you.
With that, you already are. I just wish the world could see it already.
That's my fault. may be beautiful, but I'm not smart. And it's really you who suffered for it, not me.
I will just have to be clever enough for both of us then.
I will resolve to do my best if you will do the honor of waiting for me.
I will. What's a few years compared to the rest of our lives?
He, I think holds her just a little bit closer. I'll bring you back something wonderful.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And he's definitely crying. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the dance ends and Imogen kind of runs off crying.
Yep.
Cool. Love it.
She finds, I don't know, a potted plant to hide behind or something.
Marzi's house probably has strategically placed corners.
Yes. Yes.
for various uses that corners might need. Fixing your dress, stealing moments with handsome bows.
Love Marcy's house.
Crying.
You gotta go to the crying corner, okay?
Marcy's house is just made of corners. An architectural nightmare.
She it says that her considerable wealth is provided by a mysterious benefactor. Maybe the mysterious benefactor is kind of weird and just
wait, so we basically live in the Winchester house?
I was gonna say, didn't we previously talk about the Winchester house?
Yeah. It's there's always that these are probably townhouses. We're in the country. Sorry, never mind. So yeah, but there's there's always the one house that wasn't made in the cookie cutter style on a street, and it's a pentagram, or not a pentagram, a pentagon. Yeah, a
pentagram house would be impressive.
That'd be awesome.
That would be extremely cool.
That would be a lot of corners.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but it's like an irregular pentagon or something, and it has
balconies to hide on.
Yeah, there's her house maybe is not an irregular pentagon, but it is certainly weird compared to all of the other houses.
Yeah. You go off and you totally get lost into one of the weird sections of the house. Am I meant to find the crying corner? What's this?
It's just a room filled in. This one's got entirely just paintings of apples, and it's just all paintings of apples in one room. No one knows why.
Perfect.
Amazing.
I love it. I love it so
And
much. I know! You too!
You guys squished all my feelings?
Yeah, I was talking to Lauren earlier. I've played Fire Emblem for a couple of hours today, so my feelings are all over the place.
Oh, no.
Oops. I may have taken advantage of that fact. Yeah. So the other seeds that we have that we wanted to talk was Ellis and Lorelai and Edith and Alice. What? Oh my God! Why is Ellis so popular?
He's sort of the man of the hour.
Oh, you know what I would? Could I spend a resolve token to request something?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like a scene where Florence goes and consoles Imogene.
I would love that.
I didn't want to interrupt our other scenes, but I would love to do that.
I would give up all my resolve tokens.
No, please give me that right now. Absolutely.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
because I said I was watching her anyway.
You were.
So,
you
Yeah.
saw her scamper off.
yeah, so I like immediately just like hand my drink to whoever is next to me, and I walk off. Towards my sister. I did not get
3 drinks.
yes, I
Just no. Just because he hasn't shown up yet, it's Grant.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was probably chatting with Grant and like side-eyeing the waltz a little bit.
Yeah. I don't
I did
know
not
why
dance the
Grant is
waltz.
here at this party where people waltz, but
He has a look of faint disapproval, but he takes Florence's drink and looks at her and looks at the drink and shrugs and drinks it.
Yes, he's my drinking buddy. Of course he'll drink it. I've never given him any sort of bad drink. Yes, I go after my sister. Yes, I will be back. And if I'm not back, I will explain at our next card game.
Carry on.
Thank you, Grant. And then I off to my sister. Where did you just like further down the hall or?
Yeah, as far away from like the party as it's possible to get quickly. So if there's like ducking around a corner or out through balcony doors or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like there's that scene where like I just see the last swish of your like dress around a corner. So I like run. Managed to catch up once you stop.
Yeah, you round the corner and you find Imogen just weeping into her handkerchief, which she has pulled out from somewhere.
Oh, Imogen. And like Florence like probably kneels down next to her and just like puts her hands on her shoulders. Imogen, what happened?
He's going away.
Yes, I've heard, hon. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. This is a good thing. I know it's a good thing. I'll wait for him, but he's going away.
Oh, not forever though, dear. And you know, it hurts. I know it. I never want you to hurt. But he'll come back.
Yes, he promised he would.
Only a fool wouldn't come back for you, and he doesn't seem quite that foolish, yes?
He's not.
He's... Oh, Imogen. He will come back for you, and he didn't goodness, he didn't break this off with you in the middle of the ballroom, did he?
No. He said he's going to go away and he's going to become a good captain and then we'll marry properly.
Well then, that's good, isn't it? Yes, and Mother sent him to Spain, was it? Was it Spain?
Somewhere we said
Yeah.
Spain. I don't know if we actually decided that was it, but somewhere that is not.
Spain
Yes.
works.
Yeah. That's not so far away, and there's many letters to courier between here and there. Yes, and we can. It'll be okay. We'll plan a wedding, yes? And goodness, I know, you know, I didn't entirely improve, but if you care for him this much and he's going to come back for you, we'll make this work, yes?
I think Imogen is a bit too overcome to actually speak.
Yeah.
So she just sort of tries to wipe out her tears that isn't really working and just clings to Florence's hand really tightly.
Yeah. Florence just sort of, she takes out her own handkerchief. She's like, she's kind of wipes her cheeks a little bit. And she's like, we're going to figure this out together, okay? We're much better when we're not at odds, and we'll figure this out. We'll make this work for you. I will make this work for you. Okay? I will make sure you are happy. Okay? I will do whatever it takes. It just keeps wiping her cheeks. I will make this work for you. Even if I have to go down to Spain and demand he come back.
And
I don't think he'd like me doing that.
No, I think she actually starts laughing a little bit at that. So I think that might actually be a good fade out on that scene. Because Imogen's gonna be crying for a little bit, but it's not, oh no, my life is ending crying.
Yeah, I think Florence is just gonna sit with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sit with her. They'll hold hands.
Oh my god. So on that note, we're at the hour. So let's take 5. Wipe our eyes, recompose ourselves, grab some water, and then we will finish up this surprisingly wholesome exclusive party.
It's been so good. Let's see if
Also, a little scandalous.
Just what?
Just a tiny bit scandalous.
I love it.
All the same.
And we're back. Back from break. I hope you got yourself a drink to rehydrate after all those tears. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. Let's dance. Let's be happy and do a dance. I'm supposed to be happy at dances, right? I'm pretty sure.
All right. So the next 2 scenes that we wanted to do are both with me and Jess. So Jess, would you like to be Lorelai or Edith?
Oh, that's tough. Let's do Lorelai first and then Edith, I think. Anna's agreeing, so I feel like I said the right thing.
All right, we can end on a...
I feel like the siblings will be maybe good points to end on.
Yeah.
So how do you think this looks?
I don't know, actually. How does this happen? Do we speak after... Are you doing anything like, Imogene had to go off and cry?
Yeah, did she see that happen?
Ooh,
yeah,
do I come be mad at you?
Yeah,
I think you do.
I'm gonna come do a fight on you.
Yeah. And I think what happens is that there's another waltz that started. This one's like a little more upbeat. And before you can like say anything, if this is okay, I will Ellis will say, "Oh, Lorelai dear, good to see you. Let's dance," and just like pull you in.
Get your feet stepped on.
Oh boy, I think this is, oh no. The problem with this is that this whole time Lorelai has worked so hard to never ever do anything bad in front of people or step out or be impassioned or anything. And she's so mad at you right now. She's so mad at you. She's like, she's probably fuming as you start dancing.
He goes, "Lorelai, you're much lovelier when you smile."
Ellis Pennington, how dare you?
It's actually Captain Ellis Pennington
No,
now.
I will not do you that honor. You shame and hurt my poor dear brother, and I just saw poor sweet Imogen go off. Did you hurt her as well? How dare you? Do you have no morals, sir? Do you have nothing within you capable of feeling?
Are you done? If you need to continue, you can keep going.
This... What do you have to say for yourself?
Imogen is sad because I am leaving for quite some time.
Oh, so you're leaving her too? Big surprise! It's not like you haven't done that before. Oh wait, yes you did, to my brother!
You interrupted me.
And I request no forgiveness for it.
Very strange of you. You're usually a very proper girl. I am leaving, and it means that it will take much longer. It will be some time before I am allowed to ask for her hand in marriage from her mother. I have not broken the girl's heart. I have not broken anything with her. And you know that were I able to change things, I would have. But the truth is, and I would like to spend another resolve token. This is Brooklyn. Jacob and Ellis were never in love. They were doing it for their families, but they wanted to. They were friends, and it was kind of like, you know, if we got to marry somebody, let's marry each other.
Maybe.
So what you can do is you can say no if you want just Jacob to be in love, or we can negotiate. You can say like, you can, give me a counter offer or say yes, but only if this.
Yeah, because I was playing it like Jacob got his heart broken a little bit, but I could see it as like the anger being out of like, maybe he read a little more into it than he agreed to in the first place. Mm-hmm. And it was also like, hey, look what my friend just did to me in public.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I can go with that. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Jacob and I were never in love.
You broke his heart, but in a friendship way.
I treated my friend terribly. I ruined our investment, and he has every right to never speak to me again, but not because I broke his heart.
Sorry, my cat was screaming.
It's big news.
That's why I was muted, sorry.
Big news. No, I mean like the cat was screaming because it's big news. The cat was
he was
freaking
like,
out.
he literally was like, meow, 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 I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe Ellis did that.
Oh, man.
That was one hell of a token.
Yeah, that was a big...
Let's go for broke. It's the end of the game.
It's true. It's the end of the game. It's true. Use all our tokens. Use them all up. Okay, I think she is like slightly agape, like at this news, and she's like, you. I mean, I don't know how much I trust you at this point, but whether or not that is true, you did him a rather horrible disservice. He is doing okay now, but no thanks to you, and well,
he's actually done a lot better for himself since we left, since we ended things. I would have only brought your family down further.
My brother was hurt. You hurt him, and then you saw fit to go to him in the night and request that he marry you in secret to someone else. Who does such a thing?
Did he tell you? That's not very good of him. I guess I deserve it.
He didn't tell me in so few words, but I got it out of him because I'm his sister and I could read him like a book.
Well, I did all that. It was not my finest move, but it was better than running off to Scotland.
Yes, I can see that. That is true. And I am surprised to hear you admitting anything at all, really. So...
My dear Lorelei, we have been friends for a very long time, and you should know that if you had asked anything of me, I would have explained myself directly. Instead, you chose to be angry with me, which I admit I deserve, but your ignorance is entirely your own fault. Your ignorance in this matter, sorry, is what he said.
You have done little to dissuade me. If you and Jacob truly did not love each other, then that takes some of the pain away from that. And if Imogen ran off not because you had hurt her, then perhaps that is not as bad, but you still say many things that are unclear and I'm unsure of, and your tone is never of someone of any actual feeling or remorse.
Oh, that's all part of my charm, dear. You know that. How long have we known each other?
And I do not find it charming at all, and I do not think I ever will.
That is why I decided to marry your brother and not you.
I never would have allowed that either.
Oh, it's too bad. I think we would have made a very good couple. I mean, we wouldn't have ever been in love, but imagine our beautiful children. Imagine how well we would run a household. We could go far, you and me. It's too bad I'm already falling in love.
You are a strange and terrible man, and I do not think I will ever like you.
The dance ends and he kisses her on the cheek and he says, "I'll see you soon, Lorelei."
Hopefully not too soon, and she walks away.
Actually suck! I was starting to like you!
You are playing such a good trash boy, Lauren. This is like if Raj and Obi were the same person.
It's great, and I appreciate it because you did a really good job. You're so good at picking on every sensitive little spot. It was
yeah, and not answering for any of your actual bad behavior. I mean, I didn't do this terrible thing, but I could have, so you should be grateful. No! Don't do any of them!
It's so true to the trash boy. It's so
It is! You're every frat boy I ever hated.
He admitted to everything he ever did.
But he didn't admit any of it was bad! He's like, yeah, I did that shitty stuff. Happy about it?
He gave reasons and excuses for why.
And he also said he deserved everything he's gotten.
That's true. That's true.
But he's also like, and I'm still gonna do it again.
Yeah.
It's like, I made all these mistakes and I've learned nothing.
I mean, it worked out super well for him, so, you know. The way of the trash boy. Look, He has several years of marriage to calm himself down.
Yeah.
Florence will have to kill him.
It actually makes it all the sweeter how good he is to Imogen, how horrible he is to other people.
All right.
Is the only one in this party who doesn't expect him to be anybody else.
I expect nothing from him. Let's be clear.
God, what a good boy.
I love him. He's so awful. He's my favorite.
Speaking of trash, so that dance ends. Lorelai goes storming off. Actually, no, I think he leaves first, right? Because he kissed her on the cheek and walked away, so he got the last word that time.
Yeah.
And he goes to like, probably they used to drink like port in these like tiny, they were like shot glasses that looked like tiny wine glasses.
Oh yeah.
So he probably like knocks back a couple of those.
Lorelai goes back to Jasper.
Hands her a drink and goes, "Are you all right, dear?"
Fine, thank you very much, Jasper. This is very kind of you. Drink.
Just sort of hovers next to you and pats your shoulder. Hopes you calm down.
She's actually genuinely comforted by how like quiet and soft and sweet this boy is right now. He's just a sweet, awkward.
After that,
yeah. After that boy,
yeah.
She's like, this one's okay. I'm okay with this one.
I think you see, like, we see like Ellis looking over at Lorelai as he's like drinking, sipping on his port, and just like the relieved, happy smile that Lorelai has with Jasper. And he like smiles to himself and like sips knowingly, like maybe he was an asshole on purpose.
This terrible trash boy making other boys seem okay in comparison.
That was the plan all along.
And then he sees his sister. What is Edith doing?
I think that Edith might be hanging out with Marzi, and in general, I think like since she wrote Ellis that scathing letter, she's been staying with friends and she's actually been socializing more. So whereas before she was kind of like a very solitary person, she's actually come out and socialized more and made some new friends and is actually a little bit more comfortable in society.
Oh.
And out at this party. And I think she's maybe made friends also with Marzi and just some other like folks here.
Mm-hmm. He comes up and he says, Marzi, Edith hasn't been waltzing with anyone, has she?
Well, oh, no, I can't say anything because you're my friend.
I mean, okay, what does she think of him? Fun, but needs to loosen up a bit. So yeah, actually, she's a wild girl.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy, that's what she thinks of Ellis is something.
Yeah. Do you have something is there any sort of problem with the music I've picked for the party, Alice? Because you seem to be enjoying it.
Oh yes, I am enjoying it very much. However,
your sister is also in society and free to enjoy the music as she wishes. But no, she hasn't.
Edith, you must come home immediately. We must leave right now. These people are terrible influences for you.
She's not going to get better influences at home.
I think I'm fine
I think he laughs at that.
Yeah.
Just like...
Edith is a dear friend here, and I'm not going to let any harm come to her either.
Yes, I'm fine here, Ellis. I've had a lot of fun hanging out with Marzi and her friends. They're all a lot of fun. You could learn something from them.
Mm-hmm.
Really? And what have you been teaching my dear sister, Marzi?
Plenty of things, Ellis. You needn't worry about it. You've been having fun, haven't you, dear?
I have. Your house is lovely, and the friends that Marzi has are very interesting.
Lots of corners your house has, Marzi.
Yes, I'm sure you've enjoyed some of them.
Oh, no, actually. But I think I've sent a few women to them.
That's not better.
Look, I am a man headed abroad, I can't have people holding me down anymore. You know that. I have to break some hearts. This is my last party before I leave.
Oh, yes, you know all about just leaving and breaking hearts, don't you, Ellis?
That's right, dear. Just pats her on the back.
Marcy's such a chaos gremlin.
She wants problems. And she will support anyone against bad boys, even if it's from their brothers.
Marcy loves drama.
Marcy loves drama. And she's also very easy to anger or something like that?
Easily offended, but quick to forgive.
Yeah.
Fun, quirky,
you
and
criticized
bubbly.
my party and my friends.
I think Ellis kind of like grabs Edith's forearm and says, "Edith, they have some of that cheese you like over there," and like pulls her away.
Hey, ow! Okay. What do you want, big brother?
I want to see you and have some fun with you before I leave. Is that all right, little
You
sister?
literally just said you were happy breaking all your ties to go off somewhere, and you weren't even gonna tell me at first. You were just gonna leave.
I was not. Edith.
You were gonna go to Scotland, and you were gonna get married, and you weren't gonna tell me, and I wasn't even gonna get to be there at my own brother's wedding. I can't believe you were gonna do that.
Edith. I was not going to go to Scotland.
See, she doesn't believe you.
You! You're lying!
Called out by a cat.
Edith, I didn't want to go to Scotland. I wanted to have it happen here.
That's not what I heard.
Did you ask me about it? Edith,
No,
I
didn't get a chance.
Edith, I shouldn't tell you how to elope because you're not allowed to. But
Seems there's lots of things you're allowed to do and I'm not allowed to do.
Absolutely, that is
You
my
tell him.
prerogative as an older brother. When you elope, you need witnesses, people you trust, to say legally that they've seen the wedding. Who do you think I was going to ask to be my witness?
Florence?
Florence?
That was
Why
just-
would I ask her?
I don't know. Because you didn't want me, your sister, to be there, so you'd ask some other sister to be there.
Oh, and he embraces her and presses her face like up to his chest and like ruffles her hair. I was going to ask you, you intolerable girl.
She does like a playful punch, but then she hugs him back. She does not cry. She's not being one of the girls he makes cry tonight.
And he says, "My dear, I'm going to miss you most of all. And no matter what happens, who I marry, you are always going to be the most precious treasure in the world to me."
I didn't feel like that when I heard everything. You mean it?
Of course.
Do you know when you'll be back? How long are you gonna be gone for? This not, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. You have people like Marzi staying behind. You know what? I should introduce you to Imogen.
Yeah, you should. She seems
Well, I mean,
nice and she's really
more
pretty.
formally. Yes, and she is a much better influence. And her and Florence will teach you how to be a very, very fine woman.
I mean,
Not like Marzi.
I really had fun hanging out with Marzi. Hanging out is
is
probably not the right term. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Marzi is extremely fun. I agree. But if you spend all of your time with her, you will lose all of your money and you will wake up with terrible, terrible sickness in the morning.
What? Why?
How many drinks has Marzi given you tonight?
Not that many.
Good. Just eat a lot of this cheese if she gives you any more, and drink lots of water before you go to bed. You should be okay.
Okay, fine. I did get sick this one time. You saying that Marzi put something bad in her drinks?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Wow. There is, I mean, it's very good and it's very tasty, but if you drink too much of it, you'll get very sick.
I had no idea.
You are still young, and that is why you need the guidance of good, respectable people that your brother approve of to teach you the ways of the world. Marzi is one of them, but in smaller doses.
Okay, so you're gonna take me to meet Imogen?
Yes, not tonight. Oh. She seems fairly indisposed, but next day after tomorrow, we'll make a call. How's that?
Okay. That sounds good. Are you gonna write to me while you're gone?
Of course.
Okay.
Are you going to write to me is the question, now that you have all these friends.
If I have time.
Would you have time at least for one more dance with your brother?
Maybe one more.
And I think that's a great place to close out the novel chapter if nobody else has any more scenes they want to do.
No, I'm good.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm glad I finally got to be a Chaos Gremlin.
Oh my god.
Yes.
She's so fun.
I'm glad we even got Grant on the scene.
I'm so glad we got Grant.
It was, carry on and sip a drink.
That's Grant for you.
That is Grant for you, yes.
Grant.
I hope I did you justice, Grant Ellis.
That is a very Grant Ellis move, honestly. Just being like, yep, okay, yeah, sure. Now, so Pearl, yes, I'm doing a stream right now. My kitten, everybody. So now we do an epilogue scene. The way this looks is that it's a regular epistolary phase, but instead of making more stuff happen, these letters are going to be ways to kind of tie everything up. You can still use monologue tokens and everything at this point, and tags and reputation things. But let's give these good kids a happy ending. So does anybody have any ideas for a letter they might want to write?
I mean, Imogen is definitely writing to Ellis. For sure. And I kind of like the idea of this being a little bit later. Not immediately after he's left. But maybe even a year afterwards. And it's not the first letter she writes, obviously. And it's... Dear Ellis, I hope the Spanish seas are treating you well. It's very dreary without you here, but you know that. And then she goes on to recount a little bit of what's happening at home and talking about how Edith is doing and just generally sort of updating him on life at home and reminding him of all the things he's missing because Imogen is a little shit like that. If she's gonna feel awful about him not being here, she's gonna spread it around.
You must feel miserable with me.
Yes. But there are just, of course, the general reassurances of her still waiting for him and still being just as much in love with him and so on. Yeah. I think this is just sort of entry in a regular correspondence to him.
That's nice. Alice writes a letter. This is a letter to Edith, and it's describing something like wonderful and like fantastical in the world, or like in the sea that he's seen, and it comes with some like a package with some like very fine Spanish chocolate, and this is like, please share this with your sister Imogen.
Stop being sweet on the side and the worst trash boy ever on the other side. Dang it.
Whoops.
Alice, the ultimate proof of people are complicated.
I think. Oh, does anybody have any other letter? I have another idea for a letter if nobody else does yet.
I'm still thinking, so.
Okay. I was gonna say Lorelai, like a little bit later, Jasper has to go away again, and this time Lorelai writes like a nice letter, not like her previous letters where she told him he could stay away for a long time. She like writes to him, and I think they've like actually begun talking more because they were always just very awkward. They like barely actually spoke about anything. So I think he's begun to explain to her how he's learning how to handle finances and business and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, that's all really complicated. And like, you know, she starts to feel like, oh, I've been reading about it since you told me about it, and it's interesting and complicated, and I'd be happy. Like, I think I'm ready next time you come back to like talk more about it. But also, if you want me to join you in the city sometime, let me know, because I think I'd actually like to make a trip out there to see you. So, not like every other letter she's written.
These are very good grapes.
Yeah, the best grapes. I think there's another letter a little bit later that also from Ellis, that is from or that is to Jacob, and is like, you know, hey Jake, whatever, like and they send my congratulations to your sister on her marriage. I'd write it myself, but I don't think she'd read a letter from me. I'm pleased to hear that you're doing well, and I think I have one more resolve token. No, two more. So, I'm gonna spend a resolve token. Who's my Jacob? Brooklyn, Jacob's met a lovely young woman in the choir, and is going to get married to her. What do you think? Or a lovely young man?
I say make it a man, and yes.
Okay.
I was
Jacob
gonna
is
say
gay.
I was literally going to pay a resolve token
Actually-
to say the same thing.
Wait, no. I have a better idea. Jacob and Dennis.
I was thinking that. Yes.
Jacob has a thing for trash boys.
And Dennis is the best trash them in this entire county.
Dennis is the most premium trash them.
Oh
Yeah.
God, they are too. Yeah, I'm down with it.
Yeah, okay,
Sure.
so-
Yeah.
Yep.
Is like, congratulations on your. I can imagine Dennis is like one of the, like, he joined the choir specifically to check out all of the
They would do that.
people. Yeah, specifically to do it, and like they're not super good at singing, but they just like kind of are there. And like,
Jacob tries to give them extra lessons to make them better.
yeah. Actually, no, I think they are good at singing, but they fake being bad for the extra
Yes.
lessons. That's
Yes.
definitely what it is.
That is the brand of trash that Dennis
It's like,
is.
oh,
Yes.
I can't sing.
I can't do it. Would you please help me? Oh, look, I've dropped my handkerchief.
The other thing is with like Dennis's wonderful hair, I imagine them as like a beautiful bird, like they're singing in the
Yes.
choir with this beautiful plumage.
They do.
Dennis is absolutely a beautiful bird. So congratulating on his engagement to Dennis. And just kind of like, I think this is the first letter they've written back and forth to each other, but like, I think at this point they're,
Rebuilding their friendship.
yeah, like, they, they've definitely like come to an understanding and like wish each other happiness and all that good stuff. I don't know if Lorelai will ever really forgive.
I can't forgive you if you don't ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, when you just keep making excuses.
Yeah. All you do is be like, I did this, but I wasn't actually wrong.
Yeah, and like, and I feel like you're like genuine and honest to like Jacob. The people you did stuff to directly, I feel like, sorry, the stuff that Ellis did, the people that Ellis hurt directly, Ellis comes to very genuinely and like does this stuff.
I think
anyone
it's-
outside of that, Ellis is like,
yeah. And I also think that like anyone, like Ellis has a problem with people like assuming things about him. So, anytime like, when Edith was like, you did this, and then it was like, no, I didn't. You should have asked me about it. And like same thing with Lorelai. So it's just like, if people are gonna assume he's trash, he'll just give them what they want.
Strangely well behaved to Florence, though.
I mean, you're different.
He has an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
hold your future partially in my hands.
yeah. So that's the letter. So to Jacob.
Do you have any ideas for a letter, Brooklyn?
I was thinking I would write one to our mother. Can I write one to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I say like if I can't, I'd spend the resolve, but yeah, I would write one to her that's like every once in a while I'll write one to her very subtly, starting to warm her up to the idea, like, oh, did you hear that captain you appointed did this good thing? And also like
talking about how much you love Edith and like
yeah, and it's a lot about Edith mostly. Like, oh, like this girl, like I've been like she's been coming to teas and she's so well behaved, like
it's like
and she is like I make sure she is. And
yeah, it's like you should listen to her talk about her brother. He sounds so wonderful.
yeah, it's a lot of balancing. Like I know what we've heard, and a lot of it's true, but maybe he's doing well now. Oh, and he writes her the loveliest letters. But also, like, she has to, like, balance it with her mom knows she doesn't really like him that much.
Yeah.
But she does like Edith.
I think Ellis is in his letters that he's been writing to people, like, you see him kind of, like, grow up a lot in that, like, and the Admiral did this on purpose. Like, the only thing that you can do with a loose cannon is give them responsibility.
Yeah. And either they sink themselves or...
Yeah. Because then all of a sudden, he doesn't care about himself, but like, you know, all these other people, they're his like his sailors, they're his crew.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Florence makes up anything or like over embellishes, but she doesn't hold back good things she hears now.
Okay.
So that, you know, she knows what's going to happen. And, you know, her sister's not changing her mind, so she may as well make this as good as it can be.
Yeah.
So letters to mom, a lot of status updates.
Do you got any, does Imogen or Grant or Jasper have any letters?
I think Jasper is just writing back to Lorelai as like back and forth in a pleasant manner. I don't think Grant has any reason to be writing anybody else letters at this point.
He comes by for poker sometimes.
Yeah, like in the TV show of this, we see him visit Florence occasionally.
Yeah, I like to imagine there was like a letter from Grant being like, I was extremely worried about your sister.
Yeah.
How is she?
Yeah.
But no, I think this is just, again, in the TV show of this, it would be shots of Imogen over time growing a bit more serious, a little less likely to be threatening drama in case things don't go her way, and the stack of letters growing taller. And I think she starts writing letters and like enclosing little bits of home in them. So like pressed flowers or a poem or something that reminds Ellis of home and of her as she sends them.
Can I ask for a monologue?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just on how you feel having to spend so much time with his little sister now, having that responsibility also.
I think like she's liked Edith from the start, so there's no big conflict there. But I think it grows from a sort of hesitant, oh no, you're mad at your brother because of me, how do I navigate this, to a more Imogen maybe taking on a little bit of a big sister role there, which makes her sympathize with Florence a lot more.
Especially after Marzi has gotten to Edith.
Yeah. Yes. Imogen is never gonna be as much of a stickler for rules as her big sister is. But she does have a greater sense of responsibility than Marzi does. So
most people do.
Yes, it's not difficult, but I think like it becomes sort of a big sister role of I will take care of Edith since Ellis isn't here, out of a sense of responsibility to begin with, and then just because she genuinely likes Edith and wants things to go well for her.
All right. And I think because I'm the facilitator and it says the facilitator can write as many letters as they want, I'm going to be... Oh.
If you have like a good one to close on.
I do have a good closing letter.
Okay, then I have like just one other.
Okay.
Not like a good like in the middle.
Yeah.
Like
a
not
middle. A lead up letter. A penultimate letter.
Yeah, because I'd much rather you have like a nice, good, dramatic end, and I don't have that, so I'm gonna sneak in here. And I think it's a letter from Lorelai to her brother, and it's a little bit like later, and Lorelai was engaged to Jasper for like a while, and Jacob and Dennis just like got married so fast. I think it happened fairly close in time. And I think it's just Lorelai writing to Jacob to be like, dearest Jacob, of course we'll come over for dinner. Please ask Dennis to be gentle with Jasper. You know that he's a very soft, sweet boy. He's not quite up to your levels of volume and and excitement yet. But he'll get there. We'll get him there together. You two are... I'm still very happy with the two of you. You are so sweet and so much fun, but also just
Please calm down.
No. just
out.
And when it's just the three of us, of course, I'm happy to drink and hear you both sing your lovely songs.
Oh my god, they get drunk and
They get drunk and sing. They
like,
do.
One of them one of them will come up onto the piano and like Jacob like plays the piano and like Dennis will like
Yep.
Just crawl across it.
And like sing,
Full on drama.
Yeah, it's amazing, but it's a lot of drama. So she just is like, so just that'll be our night together, and then when Jasper comes over, just dinner. No, please, no singing. Please
don't make him sing.
Just yes, we've discovered he doesn't have the voice you have, so let's not bring that out of him. But we love you so much and cannot wait to see you again. I'm so happy that you're happy, and yes, I know you asked. I'm happy too. So see you soon. We love you. Bye. Sincerely, your younger sister. I don't know. Did we ever establish?
I don't think we. Yeah, I think you're older.
I think I'm older than Jacob. Jacob's younger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. There we go.
Awesome. All right. So I think the last letter that we read in our novel is a letter from Admiral Viscount Admiral Hilda.
Excellent. I was gonna spend a resolve token on that if you didn't do it.
Lyndon, and says, "Dear Imogen, the HMS, the Rosa, the HMS Rose has recently docked. Captain Pennington dropped in with Captain Pennington has distinguished himself greatly by something impressive.
Some big naval battle. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Some impressive boat jargon.
Yeah.
He did boat stuff
at the battle of that place
and
that
things.
happened. And sunk several Spanish pirate ships. He has asked me for your hand in marriage, and I have accepted. I hope that, and I don't think she knows that, like, you know each other at all. And she says, I hope you will do your best to, I do not know how you managed to catch the eye of such an upstanding captain, but I hope you will do your best to deserve him. Your mother, Viscount Admiral Hilda Lyndon."
Mom has no idea.
Wow, that was more subtle than I thought in my letters. Oh, Mom, I thought you were so smart.
Mom has a whole navy to keep track of.
It's true. It's fine. I'll keep track of him.
I mean, she definitely knew like about the rumor, but there were no actual rumors about Ellis.
None
and
about
Imogen.
Ellis.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she was like,
Just knows we're friendly with her kid, his sister.
yeah. And he's like, oh, he's aged into quite a fine young man. Maybe he will rein in my silly daughter.
All right, Mom thinks I'm silly.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's not all wrong.
It's literally in her character box.
It is.
I think Imogen is a blank silly girl.
So with that, we have finished our novel. The final thing we get to do is we get to name it.
Aww.
Suspicious amount of grapes.
The grapes of Bath.
I was gonna say the loose cannon, but I kind of like the grapes of Bath.
Oh my god! I mean, it didn't take place in Bath at all, but that is totally fine.
I'm sorry.
It's too good. It's too good. That's what it's called. It's called the Grapes of Bath. Yeah. That
Resolve token. I have one left that all took place in Bath.
On the outskirts.
Outskirts of Bath.
Yeah. So that is Good Society. I hope you playing and you watching enjoyed it. This is a great game you can get from Story Brewers, who are absolutely my favorite game designers making games right now. There are, besides this base game, which is just kind of standard do a Jane Austen story, there are 2 expansions right now. Pride and Prejudice and Practical Magic, which is this, but with magic, and Sense and Sensibility and Swordsmanship, which is this, but also you have secret identities and big bad evil guys, and there's a whole extra phase of like what you do in the dark of night as your secret identity.
Oh, I need to play that.
I like it.
It's extremely Anna. And then there's some more coming out. They just kickstarted. So keep your eyes out for Downstairs at the Abbey, which is a little more upstairs, downstairs kind of style. There is Emma Forget Me Not, which is kind of what happens when it takes over a long period of time, kind of to be about like when Ellis goes away to sea, what happens and and how does it change him and how does it affect when he comes back. And also one about fairies, Jane Austen, but fairies. So definitely check those out, or when they come out. Keep and follow at Storybrewers on Twitter and on their website. That is there. Nightbot has said it, but definitely play this game. It's super good. You do not have to have read any Jane Austen at all or watched any to play it. It's extremely just super fun. I guess we do outros. Sorry. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm JL_NightSquirrel on Twitter. I am Starving Soubrette on Twitch and YouTube. I stream solo tabletop RPGs, and also I am. That stream is usually on Tuesdays, but this week it's going to be on Thursday, just because of some scheduling stuff. I'm also playing all of the Nancy Drew computer games in order which is 32 games leading up to the release of their newest one, which I have been waiting literal years for. So check that out. I have some more stuff coming on later, so definitely check my Twitter. That's where all the announcements will be. Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna at Anna Landin on Twitter, where I post art, not really frequently right now because hand injuries take a long time to heal, but still do occasionally because I can't help myself. And that one will link you onwards to all of the other stuff I do, which is more art, webcomic, some games, sort of like this game, but not as brilliant because I've only just started making games. And there will also be plenty of pictures of my cat and currently some yelling about Fire Emblem. I have a lot of feelings about that game.
All right. How you doing, Brooklyn?
Yeah, I'm good, actually. Also have 10,000 feelings, and they're all screaming. So, I am Brooklyn. I am at Duskrogue on Twitter. And you can also find me at Sacrosanct RP on Twitter, which is a Dungeons and Dragon podcast where I am a very, very nervous druid. Me.
Nice. And I'm Jess. This is my channel. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you all for playing. Lauren, thank you so much for facilitating this game. It was so good. I wanted to play it for so long and I love it so much. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good game. The way you can use resolve tokens to kind of like really influence stuff around, be like, I want to see this scene now, or like that you can request someone's inner monologue. Like there's a lot of good stuff in this game.
It's a really good system. It's a really good way to like, it's the best system for really collaborative storytelling that I've seen. It's a great system because it puts all sorts of like safety tools and consent and stuff kind of baked right into the rule set. Yeah, I think it's really something different. It's unlike anything else that's out there right now.
Yeah. So I've put the command in chat so that you can go find this game right now, and if you're watching this later on YouTube, I will put it I've been putting it in the description down below so you can go find all these people. You can go find this game. Check it out. It is awesome. But I'm Jess at go_GG here on Twitch and also on Twitter. So come follow or hit subscribe or follow me on Twitter so that you can hang out for more of this kind of stuff. Not this exactly, because sadly this was the last episode. But I'm sure eventually we'll do more good stuff like this. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything. A little bit later on tonight, it's going to be Stardew Valley, because that's my Monday chill game. But yeah, we do a whole bunch of stuff. You can find me over on Pro Restarter's channel playing D&D, and over on Scraticus Academy also playing D&D, and as of today on the Greyhawk channel, I was gonna say Academy again, playing Blades in the Dark, which is that's such a cool system. Yeah, it's a cool system. I'm so excited to be playing in that one. But yeah, just a ton of stuff. So check it out. Come hang out, come play games, come follow, chill and chat and all the things. And thanks so much for being here, and thank you all for playing, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and that we'll see you all later. Have a good night, and just thanks for watching. Bye.